Hey everybody, welcome back to La-Mulana!
Okay, good morning.
She has nothing to say.
What can you say?
So that's the achievement, everybody has their reasons. I'm sure she has hers, but... So that has a little bit of a history. Originally, in 1.0 of the game, you just saw the portrait of the original, I think those are Anunnaki? You just saw the portrait of the dude, like, in their usual sitting position in the back, and you're just like, wait a goddamn minute. That is an entirely new that is an entirely new thing updated in this new version of the game where they've changed it a lot, actually. Not just that. But today we got a lot of stuff to do. I'm gonna preface this by saying, a lot of the puzzles we've done, we would technically have all the clues for it in the game. I just never sat on them because, much like the last game, you have limited, like, dialogue space, and I don't have the time and the energy these days to fully explain the puzzle. I'll just let you know we have it, and I'll try to explain to the best of my abilities where it is. But first, in order to progress, we need to do a lot of puzzle solving. Not necessarily esoteric, but you need to have, like, you need to have the red steering chalkboard for this, namely this area.
Also, if you're keeping count, you can take a shot, because Highwing said esoteric.
Yep. God damn it. So, for this clue, you need to look at the map and notice that this area is just above a room called the Underground... Yeah, this is an area above something called the Underground Fortress. And there is a clue in the backside of hell that gives you the password to this area. By the way, the clay suit has its own special projectile. You need to hear because there's a death beam there.
Ah.
You don't need it, you could, like, double jump off and get it, but if you want the Jormungandr data, you kind of need that. Gonna pop this really irritating jump, and to get to there, we need to kind of take a loop.
Okay.
I'm a little baffled here because I'm like, man, can I just... I don't know, can I just... No, I can't. They won't let you do that, because that tablet next to it is also very important. If you ever think to yourself in this game, can I just... No, you can't.
If you've thought of it, Nigoro has thought of it.
It's very true, actually, because there have been a lot of things where I thought, yeah, I'm clever, I got this shit go... Oh, no, they knew.
Yep.
And if they didn't know, they patched it afterwards. Case in point, the golden rock.
Ah, yeah.
Still a little salty about that, but hey.
That was such a good meta solution, like, originally.
Like, why do anything? You could just Holy Grail out. It makes all the sense in the world.
Okay, alright.
Yeah, hidden wall there, it's a little tricky.
Battery?
I believe if you have a key fairy, she points that out.
Oh, okay.
The ancient battery is actually a historically accurate item that even Mythbusters tested.
Yep.
And it's not a good battery. I think, like, 8 of them provides just enough power for a D-volt.
It's essentially a potato battery.
Yeah.
Like, it's a clay pot with an anode and a cathode and acid in it. Like, it's the simplest battery, but how amazing, though. Like, to have come up with that.
By the way, that clue there where it says the immortal dragon bites into the neck of the monstrous colossus. That is very important for a puzzle we're gonna solve that I loathe. If you ever see me do pauses here, the La-Mulana 2 is very, like, disjointed in that there is so much fucking information that you have to stop and think, okay, wait a second. Case in point, this is 30 minutes later from where we warped out. Because A, I had to remember where a thing is, B, I died on the way there because I forgot this place fucking explodes if you have fire weapon on. And C,
Yeah.
I forgot you need a key fairy for what we're going to be doing.
Okay.
But what we're doing isn't important, it's actually not necessary at all. You get the information from Phobos, but I did mention we don't have the most powerful weapon in the game yet, but fuck!
Wait, but last time you said that with the... I mean, we've had the most powerful weapon in the game a few times now.
I know, right? We don't have the most powerful weapon in the game.
Oh my goodness.
So, I kind of boned it a little bit here, but this puzzle is actually necessary to beat the game. And you can't trigger this without, the key fairy, I believe. But, that grenade breaks a rock. When I get back to that pillar, I'll explain why that's very important. But I also never got the map here, so whatever. Maps aren't necessary in this game, there's not, like, a thing like with the... But, you can push this pillar.
Oh.
This is a very important thing to note, because at some point, when you actually do this dungeon in earnest, you will lose double jump.
Oh, okay.
Now, I actually do have to take it back. I'm not 100% sure you need the key fairy to reveal that grenade puzzle, but it is necessary to know that, actually no. King Yama says that the little ally with the key will help you get through the dungeon, so it's assumed that you're gonna fucking take the key fairy everywhere.
Right.
And yeah, this area irritates me, so I just say fuck it. I'll take 100 damage.
Sure. But I mean, that's why they give you the flares.
Yeah, to deal 100 damage to yourself.
That's right, and everything else. Still didn't kill that stupid Lucifer, though.
I know! I don't know what happened there. That was really weird. I gotta look back at the footage, but I think he was outside the wall, so he was technically outside the damage hitbox. But hey, check it out. It's back from the old game. It's the Spalder.
Okay.
So,
I don't remember that.
in the original game, the Spalder added a, it added what I like to call an A-ism aura to your attack. Like if you ever play Street Fighter Alpha and you activate A-groove, and you just like hit and then you get like an after shadow hit. You get that with this. They call it a holy energy.
Okay. Oh, wow.
But did you know that you could combine both for holy fire energy?
All right.
We
Sick.
now have the strongest weapon in the game because we have the chain whip amplified by software, fire, and holy damage. We are better than any of those damn Belmonts.
Well,
I mean, come on, the Belmonts never set their whip on holy fire. Well, no, Richter did actually. Never mind.
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so Ice Fire Treetop, we have to do a thing here that I don't... Oh! Okay. We are doing the longest puzzle in the game, and I have to explain a lot. Throughout all of the levels in the game, including Hell, you get clues that talk about Brahma and the creation of the world in many facets. You get one that talks about the very concept of Brahma and his conflict with Vishnu and Asura. You get ones where Brahma talks to the various gods of creation, such as Ymir, Chaos, and various other gods of creations. You get ages of society, such as the Bronze, Silver, and Gold Age. And then you get tablets that say colors in a correlation to both gods and ages of creation. This is all data compiling up to the final puzzle of the game. And in my opinion, I kinda don't like this puzzle, because maybe I'm wrong about this, but you need to know a lot about color theory, and what the color the game displays is wrong. But I digress. The first thing you gotta do is that there's a tablet that says, present the egg of creation before the gods of creation. Like, there's a lot more, like, wordy, flowery bullshit to it. But you gotta find these statues. Not all of the statues in the background will point out that they're important. But this one is, like, one when I first played through I completely forgot because I didn't realize Ymir was the god of creation. We gotta do this 4 more times.
Okay. So we've got Ymir, the Norse giant who was slain and his body parts made the world.
Yeah, that one's always a weird mythos to me. Is that like something killed Ymir and then his body just became like fertilizer for life?
Well, there was... What was it? There was nothing but like an endless frigid plain. And then, I think it was Odin and them slew the giant Ymir. And, you know, his blood turned into the seas and his breath became the wind.
Ah, he became the building blocks for creation.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like, chaos.
Chaos is always the one I find fascinating because in every facet of Japanese media I have ever seen in my life, chaos is bad. Chaos is always the worst. It will end the world or cause discourse. It will be the downfall of society, et al. Infinitum. So the one time I see chaos is actually positive, I'm like, wait a second, what?
Well, I mean, if you think about it, right? If you think of most creation myths, you know, you've got a primeval state of chaos where it's nothing but raw material floating in the void. And then a god comes along and imposes order on it.
Yeah.
And sort of makes sense of the chaos. So.
This guy I cannot pronounce.
Meno Minakushi.
He is one as well. I always thought it was Izanami and fuck. God damn it. I don't. You know, the two snakes, the crazy evil one and then the god snake.
I don't know, I haven't seen that much anime.
Yeah. Neither have I in the past, 5 years?
What am I, a religious studies scholar? Get out of here.
I actually met someone that was studying religious philosophy by playing a magic tournament, and I thought that was really fucking fascinating.
I minored in it.
Because this dude was telling me that his entire job was to, like, talk to people and, like, okay, what do you think is good? You think, like, love is the key to life? Okay, then you want this religion. Do you think law is the way of life? Then you want this religion. I'm like, oh, that's really fucking cool, actually. Because I did not think that was a thing people do.
Sure, I mean, religion is kind of the underpinning of...
Atum. Of course he's in Egypt.
Interesting.
Like, this is the Egyptian area, of course Atum's gonna be here.
Sure.
But yeah, I just thought that was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is me trying to figure out, okay, what am I missing? Because I got the Japanese one, Ymir, Atum, Chaos. And it took me a while to try and figure this out. And during that deliberation process of me just like melting my brain, I'm like, okay, let's just check in on this because maybe Brahma is the one?
Oh yeah.
No, but I did want to activate it to see if I was missing one. Behold the information engine known as Brahma.
Sweet.
He possesses the forbidden knowledge of everything in La-Mulana. Now, I think you can see the puzzle here and why I hate it.
So you gotta combine colors?
Yep. With all the information of the deities activate the colors. You notice that when we activated Ymir, we got yellow. When we activated Chaos, we got purple.
Sure.
All those activate the colors. Then we're gonna get information that is color combinations in regards to ages, such as the Bronze Age, the Gold Age, the Steel Age, the Lead Age.
Sure.
We have to understand color theory and combine two appropriate colors. It's only two, you gotta remember this, to make the color for each appropriate age. This is entirely irrelevant. I thought there was a creation deity here. I was wrong, but I get Giltorio's information here, and this is an important room. But I don't do the thing here because it's not... I would say it's not cycle appropriate, but when have I ever cared about that in an LP? I don't do it though, because at the moment I was just like, it's not worth.
One thing at a time.
Yeah, I'm sort of like, okay, I gotta focus. I can't just... So, we gotta go all the way to a room that we haven't seen since, like, the beginning. But it's a room that's only accessible in Ancient Chaos through the through the blood gates. And you can only get there through the default position and not the underworld position.
Mm-hmm.
I also did some experimenting here, and it turns out you are faster if you use the Gale Fibula here. I just never noticed it because the slanted floor makes you slow for some reason.
Yeah.
I always like this corridor here just because I try to time it. Like, when you time it, it feels really good. When you get the double jump, you're just like, Pratt, let's go. I think we examined everything here before except for one very important thing.
Uh-huh.
This is information we learned in La-Mulana 1. Abzu.
Abzu-Morel.
The Sumerian god of creation.
Uh-huh.
He actually appears in, it's like Fountain of the Gods or something in La-Mulana 1. They have, like, all the murals there. You only see it here in La-Mulana 2. And it's very important, because it is a deity of creation. Okay. I know I haven't been good about explaining puzzles here, but you're gonna have to figure it out on your own, because this is too much information here. We have 5 colors. We have 4 ages. We have Drapada Yuga, Svavara Yuga, I can't pronounce them. Each one has a color allocation. You're going to allocate the colors, and then put the weight on. If you got the correct rate, you'll get the icon of the Age of Creation. Now here's the kicker. You could get the right creation, but you could get the right icon of creation, but you can put them on any dais. You have to match each icon of creation and color to the faceplate of Brahma. So you have the gold era, you have the silver era, the steel era, and the bronze era. You have to match all those icons over there that fall on the thing to the face. Once you match the icon to the face, you activate the button on the center, and then do it again for the next Age of Creation. I forget this. Because in my first thought, I thought it was just get all of them going, and then activate Brahma, it'll be fine. Nope. You have to get all the colors, allocate them to one, get the right icon to drop, activate Brahma, do it 3 more times.
Did you guys get all that?
I sure didn't. When we first did this on release day, fucking Festivore, Flamester, and me were poring over information that we had at the time. And even then, when we were doing this, it did not match the colors linked. And we had to, like, do crapshoots. And even then, I made the same mistake I make now, which is not a critical mistake, but it will fuck with you. It is about here that I freak out, because the puzzle wasn't solved.
Right. And you're rapidly running out of weights.
Yeah, I realized that at the time. But I can't go back, because then I would have to do all this shit again.
Seems like you're gonna have to do all this shit again anyway.
Oh, here's the weird thing. I can't explain it, but I still go for it. I'm just kind of panicking at this point.
Okay, so
It's
one more time. There's a color combination that corresponds to gold, silver, lead, bronze.
a color combination will give way to an age. The age has a metal correlation.
Okay.
So case in point, this is wrong. Don't take this for certain. But we'll say Deprava Yuga is the Age of Gold. The color combination for the Age of Gold is purple. Then you gotta figure out what colors make purple.
Right.
Oh, I did run out of weights, didn't I?
Hella heavy. Well, it's a good thing you still have all that fairy money.
Yeah, right? Oh yeah, I tried to warp back to Ancient Chaos, but I got the wrong area. Because they're both red.
Yeah.
Luckily, what's his face is still like there.
Your brain is too full of color theory.
No, it's not. Let's be real here. Like, I do not.
I mean, you're thinking so hard about, Brahma, what do you want from me? What do you want from me, Brahma?
I was rather upset when I recorded this. And yeah, you're gonna see me pause a little bit here because I do have a guide up. There is too much information in this puzzle. Oh yeah. I had to redo this puzzle. Because you have to get the color combination, drop the orb, and then do the weight.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of me pausing here because I'm like, okay, I can't fuck this up again. I'm gonna look over here, do the thing. Now the big issue here is that air control is the tough part. Because if you hit multiple eyes at once, you're gonna cause more colors to do things, and then you gotta keep jumping around hitting things. Honestly, the best way to do it is the whip because it has higher y-axis hits. But for better just on-point hit, the knife is good if you can monkey your way into a completely vertical jump.
Sure.
But once you get all of the information down, and believe me, getting all the information's a fucking trial. It is 5 gods of information, 4 ages of color combinations, and then 4 metal color combinations, and the 3 Brahmans. So that's 4, 8, 11, 16 tablets you have to compile.
Mm-hmm. But, hey!
So this gets us a map of La-Mulana. A vague map of La-Mulana. A complete map.
Yeah, I see the
of
roots of Yggdrasil up top.
It tells us where all the bosses are, where all the mantras are, and where all the crystal skulls are. Now here's the important part. See the bottom there? Where the monster bites on the dragon's neck?
Yeah.
So, the icon of the divine labyrinth, I don't know the actual name off the top of my head, but the icon of the labyrinth is the monster. The icon of Takamagahara is the dragon.
So you gotta go to where those two meet.
Now here's the $1 million question. What is the one tablet I told you, Skippy, that seems entirely worthless but is the most important tablet in the game?
I don't remember specifically, but I remember you really putting a fine point on it.
Well, first off, I don't recall it at this time, but I am still missing one more step.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna go there and realize it and be like, God damn it.
Oh well, that's what editing's for. Unless you didn't edit and I've just...
I didn't edit this part mainly because I think I look at the tablet.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, this was like an hour and a half of fucking footage. I'm not gonna catch all of it. Remember this
Sure,
room?
I do recall you, mentioning on Twitter that you were exhausted after editing this mess.
So, where is this, Skippy?
So, if we look at the overall map, so it's on the right side, and if Takamagahara is shaped like a dragon, which
It
kinda
is,
looks like,
good
so it must be in the
eye.
dragon's mouth.
So Heaven's Labyrinth is indeed shaped like the monster.
Okay, so is Heaven's Labyrinth a backside then, or?
No, oddly enough. It's just a weird interaction of the map in order for the mythos
Okay,
to
so they're
work.
both front sides, and then, so that means that you've got 2 adjacent or stacked rooms?
Yes.
So you got 2 rooms in the same place, like essentially one room is inside the dragon's mouth?
Kind of. I haven't looked at the map data in depth in this game, but there is certainly an overlay that allows this. It's the same overlay that allows you to traverse in between, that allows you to stack from Roots of Yggdrasil to Immortal Battlefield to the Icefire Treetops to Hell.
Okay. So, I remember you quite smugly pointed out that where is this tablet? And I'm like, I have no context for why that might be interesting.
It is the most
But now I
frustrating
do.
tablet in the game because you're like, where is this? I don't fucking know. And then you get back to it, you're like, motherfucker.
You're like, oh shit, it's the dragon's mouth.
Yeah, here's the password we found in hell where it was just like, yeah, here's the password for the fortress. Now I'm looking to see if I recorded the password for this puzzle. I didn't record it, but it is in hell. I believe it's in gloom portion of hell, not doom. It is a 5-point password. I believe it's earth, fire, air, water, and then heaven. The issue is, like, I feel like this is one of the most frustrating areas to go to because you could, like, you can't jump off ladders, you could drop off them, so you can't get to this area without, like, doing some fancy fucking platforming.
Oh, okay.
So where is this? I don't know, because I got the wrong mantra combination. We gotta make Captain Planet here.
Yep.
Except instead of heart, it's heaven, which is, I don't know.
Close enough.
So yeah, we finally answered the question, where are we?
Hey, look at that.
The cog of antiquity. You need this to beat the game, bar none.
Yeah. Cog of antiquity is shaped like the Antikythera mechanism.
I'm sorry, what?
The Antikythera mechanism is a really intricate piece of clockwork that they found in a shipwreck, a Greek shipwreck.
Huh.
Yeah, and so for a while it was a huge mystery and, you know, mystical and so forth. But actually, it turns out it's just an astrolabe. It tracks sort of the rotation of the planets and celestial positions based on, you know, Greek astronomical knowledge. It's pretty intricate. There's a really good channel called Clickspring on YouTube of a guy who is using scans and research to build one.
Oh man, it's so fucking... See, I wish I had the fucking resources in like mental capacity to track this shit, because I find all of this super fucking fascinating, but my brain is just too dumb for it all. Because like, if I had the ability to reproduce ancient technology with just blueprints and shit, I would do it in a fucking heartbeat, but I can't. Because I can't fabricate for shit. I can do woodworking on a very basic level, but I can't make fucking ancient Greek technology.
I mean, it's just clockwork, right? This guy, he's Australian. He's got a tiny little workshop, but he does brass clockwork, just with a little like benchtop mill and lathe, and he really does good work.
So I'm gonna let you know right now, Skippy, that I learned this from fucking playing the Island of Dr. Brain of all things.
Yes!
Fucking getting clockwork machinery to go properly involves some mathematical bullshit ratios that are fucking baffling to me.
Yep.
I still don't have gold star rank in fucking the Island of Dr. Brain because of that shit. Like
there's a few I'm not good at, but I'm pretty good at mechanical puzzles.
Yeah, like I think I was good at the biological and chemical components of those kind of puzzle games, but when you get to like art and mathematics, I'm just like, fuck.
Oh, dude, the art one is
the worst.
Straight up bullshit. Like, because the
also,
pictures are so low res.
This is a weird glitch I stumbled upon.
What, infinite walking with the shield?
It's a weird interaction because there's supposed to be a ladder there, but I'm also crouch walking, and the game doesn't know that the ladder's not there, so it treats it like I'm walking, but still tries to put me in the ladder. So I'm just walking in place, and I don't know why. Anyways, go on about the Island of Dr. Brain.
Oh, I love that game. I love the entire thing. I've been trying to find a working copy of The Lost Mind of Dr. Brain, because my little brother and I played that a lot.
Is that not in Internet Archive? Because that's where I went to stream the Island of Dr. Brain of all things.
Oh yeah, didn't somebody point out that it was there, and then we all got onto this big Dr. Brain kick for a while?
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. Yeah, unfortunately, The Lost Mind of Dr. Brain is a CD-ROM game, so... Hey! Lamp of Time, baby!
It's back, it's great, it's not as powerful as you'd expect. Because there are some mid bosses and all bosses are immune to it. You can't scam absolutely everything, and you get it so late in the game. There are probably some mid bosses that would like be fucking great for it. I don't know them, but then again, I played this game first and foremost on hard mode, so my brain is completely wrong in some regards.
Maybe.
But yeah, it's back, baby. I just wish you'd got it a little earlier. Oh, how did you have to do it in the original game? You couldn't double jump to it. You had to do a puzzle that involved unlocking oh, you needed grenades in the original game to get them. So you had to be at least the midway point when we were at, like, endgame, effectively.
Sure. I mean, we're basically, like, we just solved the Brahma puzzle.
Oh, so here's an interesting thing I've never pointed out because it wasn't, as pronounced. There have been a little bit of changes since the start of this recording and now. Namely, I think Lamisa's hit stun, you know, her knockback? Yeah. I think it's doubled in distance.
Really?
Because I've always I remember it before and distinctly remember it as that it was just Lamisa's knockback. A little bit of a knockback, just enough to get you, like, say, a full body backwards.
Sure.
With some attacks, Lumisa goes fucking flying, and there's a lot of them that'll do that.
I wonder if you could use those in a speedrunning sense, like damage boost.
I think you
backwards.
Can, actually. Because it's the same exact propulsion that Samus gets in Super Metroid. Now, I think this was made to emphasize the fact that Lamisa is very different from her father in that she is not tanky, she's not built like a truck, she's an infiltrator, so if she gets hit, she gets flung back.
Right.
But what were you gonna say?
Oh, no, I think about that Charon puzzle actually an awful lot. Like an awful lot. Just how brilliant it is that you have to have exactly one coin, but that's only enough to get you halfway.
It's so dumb.
It's so dumb, but it's so perfect, right? Because, you know, the fee to cross the sticks is 2 coins, right?
Yep.
One over each eye. But you've only got 1 coin, so he's like, that's as far as it'll go, buddy.
So I feel I have to explain this puzzle because I did kind of... I lost to it once. This is probably one of the hardest sub-bosses in the game, even when you have the Lamp of Time. It's gotten way easier because among the changes, the Angel Shield's hitbox got better.
Oh, good.
Like, it now covers your entire head. You can still get hit with overhead attacks, but now you're not like, oh, it's clearly blocking, right? Oh, no, it's not. What? But Vidofnir there is necessary because it is a room in Icefire Treetop that you cannot possibly go to until you get to Eternal Prison. You cannot fight Vidofnir because one of the puzzles says you need the power of blazing fire to fight Vidofnir. Now, not just any blazing fires. Grenades won't do it. Flares won't do it. You need fires from the fire giant Surtur to do it.
Oh.
And that is a very important puzzle to doing the big, grand old puzzle of hell. I mean, it's called the Eternal Prison, but let's be real here. It's hell.
It's hell. It's multi-hell.
Like, look here. We have the hell of the upside down sinners.
Oh yeah, look at those little fuckers.
It is not the hell of the upside down sinners. I just really like Big Trouble in Little China.
Absolutely.
I don't know why that's the most profound line to me in that series, but I'm just like, I love it.
Yep. I like Egg Shen and his 6-demon bag. Fire,
Yep.
wind, all that good stuff.
It's got such a great mythos. I don't know if that's pure Chinese mythos, but it's still enough to be like, oh, that's so fucking cool.
Oh yeah, totally. Well, I mean, John Carpenter, we all know, is a gigantic nerd.
Yep.
So
here's this puzzle. Back in a while, we talked to Hades. Hades is actually pretty chill for, you know, being Jay Leno, but
sure.
He mentions when you talk about the second child, he mentions, the traitor. He is meant to live like the hell of eternal unlife. I will unlock his room, speak the name of his clan. So, in order to get to this, you need to beat Vidofnir, because Vidofnir is a statue that guards the area. This is information that I think is only available in La-Mulana 1, and they glaze over it in 2. There were 2 giant clans, the Sun Clan and the Moon Clan, Sakit was part of the Moon Clan, so if you speak the Moon Mantra, you get access to Sakit's prison.
Oh my goodness.
We can't talk to him yet. I completely forget why up until the next episode, actually.
Okay.
But yeah, Sakit is the Sakit we fought in La-Mulana 1. Turns out was a robot for a real reason. It wasn't Sakit.
Oh my god. Alright, so it was fake Sakit.
Yeah.
Just like some robot dummy that was guarding the tomb, and the actual guy was locked in a basement under a volcano in hell. That is so badass! Oh my god!
Yep. We got one more thing to do, though. We've seen this area a lot. We kind of casually through it, but we never saw this room. That cog in the center there.
Oh yeah.
So,
Defeat the 11 children.
So, gotta do it, gotta touch it. There's a gear-shaped hole in this machine-like object.
Alright.
We have to do it. Uh-oh.
Oh, what did you do?
I awoke the 11 children. So next time, you don't have to do it all in one sitting. No, sir. You could just, like, poke and prod at this whole time. Because this is just a dimensional corridor all over again. But we're gonna do the, we're gonna do that area, which I forget the name of. I can't believe I forgot it. But, yeah. That is next episode. We are fighting Echidna and her 11 children. Good night.
Boss rush, boss rush, boss rush, boss rush!
See you folks next time.